Look at this. Look at what Kyle Saunders decided to wake up and do today. Look at what Kyle Saunders woke up and decided to do today. Look at this. Police killed one individual, tried to kill another one. You're worried about chalk. You're worried about chalk. Right? You're more concerned about chalk than the young man that got shot. If that's true, that's true. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. I'd rather you say it than... Look. Look at this. Look at this. Care more about chalk than the young man that got shot. Care more about light poles than he does about the people's faces on them. Look at this. That's what Kyle Saunders woke up and decided to do today. He not with us. And he not with us. Look. Look at this. I just want you to think about using a fire hose for a protest. Go ahead, look at it. Cares more about chalk than he does about... Look at this. Go ahead. What are you taking pictures for? It's posted. It's already everywhere. Care more about chalk than you do about the young man that just got shot. Look at this. Look how they're doing this. For chalk. For chalk. Has Tom called the family of the person who got shot? What about the last person that got shot? He ain't called them yet either. Care more about chalk than he does about their lives. He not with us. And he not with us. Look at that. All this for some chalk. Go ahead, do it. All this for some chalk. Look at this. You're gonna lay the hose. Go ahead. This is what your city doing. This is what your city doing. Care more about chalk than people the police try to murder. Cause that's your coworker, Kyle. That's your coworker. The way things are set up now, I believe you could probably shoot somebody and be ruled justified. Look at this. Care more about chalk. Look at this. What is it? Blood on your hands. That's what it says. Blood on your hands, Kyle. That's blood on your hands. That's blood on Tom's hands. That's blood on Tom's hands. That's blood on Todd's hands. Look at this. Carrie Blake, rest in peace, Carrie Blake. Look how they're doing for chalk. Look what he's doing for chalk. No concern over the young man that's got shot. No concern over the young man that just got murdered. No concern over Tyrus Jones that got shot. This is what he's doing for chalk. For chalk. Look at this. Come on, where you going? And we've been through this already. We've been through the chalk with you already. You lost that time. You lost. Okay. We've been through the chalk with you. You're gonna lose again, Kyle. You're gonna lose again. Look at this. No concern over the young man that's got shot. No concern over the young man the police just tried to murder. No concern over the young man the police just tried to murder. Look how they doing this. For chalk. For chalk. No, water is being wasted for chalk. Somebody slips and falls on the sidewalk, that's gonna be your fault. I'm sorry you can't walk on this sidewalk. They care more about chalk than the young man that's got shot. I'm sorry you can't walk on this sidewalk. They care more about the young man. They care less about the young man that got murdered than they care about chalk. "19 years old. 19 years old. What does this say? Another person was shot in Rockford. Another person was shot in Rockford by cops. And this is the city's response. This is Tom's response to the shooting. Not do no press conference, not answer no questions from the mayor, not answer no question from the public or from the press. This is Tom's response. This is Tom's response to a police shooting. This is Tom's response when a 19-year-old boy gets shot. This is Tom's response. This is what Tom thinks of a 19-year-old being gunned down in the street. This is what Tom thinks of a 19-year-old being gunned down in the street. This is what Tom thinks of a 27-year-old man being murdered in his home. This is what Tom thinks. This is Tom's response to a 27-year-old being murdered in his home. This is Tom's response. I'm sorry you can't walk on this sidewalk. The city cares more about chalk than they ever will about somebody who got shot by the police. I'm sorry you can't walk on this sidewalk. The city cares more about chalk than they do about the people who have been murdered in this street. And look at this. I think I forgot this shit. This is how they do things. This is how they do things. Care more about chalk than they ever have a person who has been murdered by the police. Because that's their co-worker. Because that's their co-worker. Covering up the murder is like covering a shit for them. They don't got no type of problem with it. He's not with us. He's not with us. City cares more about chalk than they ever will about somebody who's been murdered. This is the city's response. This is Tom's response. Somebody gets murdered, somebody gets gunned down in the street. This is what they do. They hold no type of press conference, Don't answer to the public. Don't reach out to the family. They do not care. This is what they decide to do. This is what they decide to do. He not with us. He not with us. He's not with us. Look at this. Look at this. You know, the easy solution to this was not doing this. That would be the easy solution. But look how they do. I'm beyond, I'm not even mad at you. Look at this. Police leaving. See what else going on. This is what the city decided to do today. Not reach out to the young man's family who got gunned down in the street. Not reach out to the young man who just been murdered in his own home. But this is what the city decided to do. This is what Tom woke up and decided to do today. Not make a phone call to the family. Not reach out. Not hold a press conference. This is what Tom chose to do today. Because this is more important. This sidewalk right here is more important than Jose Gonzalez's life. That's what he's saying right now. This sidewalk to him is more important than Jose Gonzalez's life. That's what he's saying right now. That's what he's saying right now. That's what he's saying right now.
Yeah, what you are saying.
No, not you. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But he not with us. But he not with us. Look at this. This is what the chalk say. Jose, justice for Jose will be at City Market. They can't kill us all. No good cops. Look at this. Look at this. See? He's trying to leave. He's trying to leave. He doesn't want his stuff to get wet. And that's on you. And that's on you. This is Tom's response to somebody getting gunned down in the street. Look at this. Look at this. Blood is on your hands. Blood is on your hands. That's all it says. Look, they're the police right there creeping up. They're the police right there. Go ahead, go ahead. Look, blood is on your hands. That's all it says. And justice for Jose. Look at this. Look what he decided to do today. This sidewalk more important to Kyle. This sidewalk more important to Kyle than the person who was gunned down in the street. This is what Kyle cares about. Not the person who was shot in the street, not the person who was murdered in his home. Kyle only cared about the sidewalk. Tom only cared about the sidewalk. He don't care about the people's lives, don't reach out to another family, care about property. That's what Tom cares about. Tom values this sidewalk than he ever has any of the people whose faces on the pole. That's what Tom cares about. You lost the last fight with the chalk, you're gonna lose this one too. Lost a memorial fight, you're gonna lose this one too. You got somebody arrested and facing how many years in prison? See? Look how they did his stuff. Look how they did his stuff. Look how they did his stuff. See? See? Look how they did his stuff. Look how they did his stuff. Blood is on your hands. Blood is on your hands. Wash them away. Wash them away. Blood is on your hands. I want you to think about the 50 people who the Rockford Police Department had tried to murder. Look. Look how they're making this man do. Look at what they're making this man do. In the middle of traffic, because they wanted to wash away chalk. Because they wanted to wash away chalk, this is what they had to do. Because he didn't want to be hosed down or his stuff to get wet. This is what they had to do. Kyle Saunders, the same person who stole blankets and hand warmers and chairs on the eve of a polar vortex. On the eve of a polar vortex, this is the man that came out and decided to steal blankets. On the eve of a polar vortex, this is the man that came out and stole hand warmers. On the eve of a polar vortex, this is the man that came away and took our stuff away. That's what this man cares about. This man cares a lot, hell of a lot more about this sidewalk than he has about any of our lives out here. This is what they decided to wake up and do this morning. And look how they made this man move. Look at how these people made this man move. Because they needed to wash away chalk. Because they needed to wash away chalk, this man's stuff is thrown out in the middle of the street. Think about that. For chalk, this man's stuff is thrown out in the middle of the street. Because they decided chalk was more important today. Because they decided chalk was more valuable to them today. That this sidewalk more valuable to him today. For chalk. For chalk. This is what they decided to wake up and do today. Look at this. Look at how they made this man do. In the middle of the street, stuff thrown out into the middle of the street. Because they value sidewalk more than they ever do anyone's life. Look at this. All that say. Justice for Jose. The young man that was gunned down in the street. The young man that was gunned down in the street. That's all it say. Justice for Jose. But you care more about this sidewalk than you do about how he's doing. You care more about this sidewalk than if he lives or dies. Look at this. Justice for Jose. Justice for Jose. This is what Kyle decided to do today. This is what Kyle decided to do today. Are they these city workers? These city workers. Justice for Jose. Justice for Jose. We're gonna be doing a vigil 8 p.m. tonight. A vigil 8 p.m. tonight, right here. Bring chalk, Bring water. And we're gonna be marching 4 p.m. starting right here. Marching 4 p.m. on Saturday, starting right here. 4 p.m. on Saturday, not today. Vigil tonight, 8 p.m. This downtown, yep, this right at City Hall. This right at City Hall. Justice for Jose. Mark Barmore, rest in peace, Mark Barmore. Rest in peace, Mark Barmore. This is what the city decided to do. Rest in peace, Mark Barmore. Rest in power, Mark Barmore. 19 years old. 19-year-old kid got gunned down in the street. This is the city's response. Look at how much water they wasted just by doing this. Look how much water they wasted just by doing this. Y'all be safe out here. If any of y'all gets gunned down in the street, this is their response. This is what they do. If the police shoot any of you, this is their response. This is the city's response. When somebody gets gunned down in the street. When somebody look at them. Look at them. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. Police just shot somebody. This is the city's response. Yep. Look at this. This is the city's response. This is the city's response to somebody getting shot down. This is the city's response to someone getting murdered in their home. Laughing. Laughing. Somebody in the hospital cell. Somebody in the hospital cell. A family planning funeral arrangements, and this is the city's response. Funeral arrangements, and this is the city's response. This is the city's response. Kyle Saunders. This year, Director of Public Works. This is the Director of Public Works. Cares more about sidewalks than he does a young man that got gunned down in the street. Cares more about the sidewalk than he does a young man who was murdered in his home. This is your Democratic mayor. This is your Democratic mayor that just ran unopposed. I'm sorry, be careful. Be careful. Police shooting at people out here. It's real in the air right now. Police shooting people right now. It's warming up. Be careful. Be careful. Police shooting people out here. Yep, we gonna write more. Ain't no question. Ain't no question. Ain't no question. This is what the city decided to do today. Blood money. That's blood money. Be careful. Be careful. Police shooting people over here. Be careful. What does that say? What does that say? What does that say that the city needed to come wash it away? First thing they did today. First thing they decided to do when they came into work. First thing they decided to do when they came into work. Police gunning people down. This is what they decided to do. Police murdering people. This is what they decided to do. Look at this. And look how they had the police just stalking over there. Be careful. Police gunning people down over here. Be careful. This could be you. Be careful. This is the city's response. Be careful. The city cares more about property than they do about this life right here. The city cares more about property than they do any of the other names on the light poles. This is what they decided to do.
Yeah, they're gonna kind of level it all off.
This is what the city decided to do. Had the police stalking over there. Look at this man. Look at this man. This time, that's what Tom decided to do. Be careful, police shooting people over here. Be careful, this is the city's response to somebody getting gunned down on the street. Be careful. Be careful. And look how they did this man. This is an unhoused person, unhoused individual who slept next to us. And this is how they made this man move. This is how they made this man move. Stuff thrown out into the street. Stuff thrown out into the middle of the street. Oncoming traffic. Oncoming traffic. This is what they decided to do. Be careful. Oh, yeah, you got the walk light. You got the walk light. Be careful. This is how the city responds. Somebody getting gunned down. Look at this. It's warming up. This is city's response. This is city's response. Be careful. I'm sorry you can't walk on this sidewalk. I'm sorry. This is Barb. I'm sorry, Barb. You can't walk on this sidewalk. You're a neighborhood specialist. This is the neighborhood. This is the neighborhood right here, Barb.
Ari.
What?
We haven't met.
We haven't met. But you were more worried about the language being used when I was assaulted. You said I deserved it because some of the language being used. I didn't forget.
I never said that, Ari.
You said some of the language being used at the protests.
Language
It gave reason. It gave reasoning.
No.
Barb, I know you said this shit. I know you said this shit. Okay. Let's have a conversation right now. Let's have a conversation right now. What do you think about the city coming and washing away chalk? What do you think about this being the city's response to somebody getting gunned down in the street?
I'm not going to be the spokesperson on behalf of the choices that my superiors...
Nobody's a spokesperson. That's a problem. There ain't no spokesperson. Tom ain't no spokesperson. Tom ain't holding no press conference. Todd ain't holding no press conference.
We're not coming together. We're not coming together over chalk on a sidewalk. I'm always here to have conversations.
What did this say? This said justice for Jose. And they washed that away. I don't want you to think about that. Tom ain't called the family to the family of the young man that got gunned down. Tom didn't reach out to them. Tom ain't do nothing. This is Tom's first response. This is Tom's first action. Not to speak on it, not to hold a press conference, to wash away chalk that said justice for Jose. This is what Tom decided to do. This is Tom's response to somebody when somebody gets gunned down in the street. This is Tom's response. when somebody gets gunned down in the street. This is what Tom decided to do, and have the police over there stalking.
All right, I don't know how to respond to decisions that superiors are making, but I do know how to respond to the idea of us connecting on a human level. And I would love to actually be able to have a conversation.
I'm right over here every day. I'm right over here every day.
And you'd be willing to chat if I come out?
We have been here for 196 days. Somebody want to talk? You know where we at? I'm sorry, the police gunning people down. I'm sorry, police shooting people. I'm sorry you can't walk on this sidewalk, police shooting people. This is what they decided to do. Be careful, police shooting people out here. Be careful, young man still in the hospital. Be careful, somebody just got murdered. Be careful. Be careful. People getting gunned down out here. Be careful, this is city's response. This is city's response, be careful. People getting murdered out here by the police. This is city's response. This is city's response. Use the water hose on us. Be careful. Be safe. Police killed Suzette Barber, a 50-year-old white woman. Be careful. Police killing people out here. Be careful. They done, police left. They done, police left. That's what they decided to do today. This is city's response. Somebody getting gunned down in the street. This is what Tom wanted to do today. This is what Tom wanted to do today. All this is filled with chalk. And all this is gonna be filled with chalk. Be careful, it's wet over there. Police killing people over here. Be careful. Be safe. Be safe. Have a good day at work. Police gunning people down over here. Be safe. Be safe. This is what they decided to do today. Police over there stalking. This is what they decided to do. Blood money. Blood money. Blood money. Rest in peace, Suzette Babler. Rest in peace, Suzette Babler. Be careful. Be careful. Police gunning people down over here. And this is what the city wanted to do. This is what the city wanted to do. Make sure everything's okay. Do one more lap around. This was the city's response to a 19-year-old being gunned down in the street, though. Not to reach out to the family. Not to do a damn thing, but wash away chalk. Not to do a damn thing. Wash away chalk. That's what the city decided to do today. Look at this. Look at this. Justice for Jose got washed away. But ain't never going away. We're vigil tonight, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. right here. We're gonna come back. We're gonna get chalk, more chalk, chalk it all up. But this is what's it. I just want you to think about that. Anybody gets gunned down in the street, anybody gets murdered in their home, Tom not holding no press conference. Tom not reaching out to nobody. Tom not doing nothing but washing away chalk. But washing away chalk. All right. We're good. Chalk all washed away. We're going to be back, putting it all back up. I'm going to end this live right now.